Young we used to play here all night long, passing houses of old friends, turning right on a street that is covered with weed to a place within the sun. And the water here is brighter and the forest sounds of silence, and I hope that it will forever last. Turning back again to the already mentioned street, just a few minutes away and it's the right turn again, lies our football field. We used to stay there for days and days and days, playing game after game, changing teams once again until the sun has gone away. And the grass here is greener and the ghosts was cold were magic, and I hope that they will forever last. On the street again, on the bridge over the rail, on my left is the store we bought candy when we were small, some 15 years ago. And just a few steps more in our community home, playing ping pong, drinking beer, bathing sauna, shed our fears, go to back like it was gold. But the stores are all closed now and the windows they are broken, but I hope that it will forever last. During the final steps I get a sight of the old school, where we once were just kids playing hockey, chasing kicks, but now everything seems small. And on the other side lies the ruins of our house. I got a million memories there, a million memories to share, but I don't have the time. 'Cause even though the days were simpler and the future is unwritten, you can't keep on living in the past. But those memories still please me and they can never be forgotten, 'cause those memories will forever last.
Welcome to Big Blend Radio with Lisa Smith, co-publisher of Big Blend magazines. You just heard The Street Where I Was Born from the brand new Acoustic Dreams EP by Swedish singer-songwriter Jon Magnusson. It released today and is available on his website. Go to jonmagnusson.se, and that's Jon, Jon. Magnusson is Magnusson.se for Sweden, so jonmagnusson.se. Okay, I think we got the website out there, so welcome back, Jon. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm doing really, really good here.
You know, it's exciting. This is your third EP, and it seems like you're just getting them out one after the other, and as you're doing it, your sound is really, really becoming very signature styled, even though the other two, Always a Rebel, when I was thinking about that one that you just released as well, that it really, in Psalms for Sinners, you have like a strong punk element and underneath there, but still being a singer-songwriter. So this is interesting to hear you go completely acoustic, but you still have that signature Jon Magnusson sound.
Yeah, thank you. It was actually the last Christmas I felt I needed a challenge because I had some like a week and a half of work, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna record and produce an acoustic EP and not use any electronic instruments.
Yeah, and just do an acoustic. I know it's summer now, but
yeah.
When it's winter time. And you had a lot of snow. I saw you, in the winter time, and you came on our show during the winter. But in the winter, it somehow lends itself. You feel more acousticy, I think. Maybe it's the snow falling.
Yeah, I haven't thought of that, but that's a really interesting theory, and I think you're right.
Mm. I'm always right, John.
Yeah, of course.
No, but really, I love this, and I think what's really interesting, the street where I was born, it just is very reflective. Your music is always very reflective of. It's like being in someone's thoughts, and you can recognize your own feelings in there, as you know, as each individual listener. It just you feel like when we're walking somewhere or driving, it's time to reflect and think, and that's what I think is part of your signature style is very thoughtful.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you say that you always used to nail like exactly what I wanna give with my music. So I agree. It's really important to me that people can relate to my lyrics and to my music, and that it becomes
Hmm.
something more than just a song.
Hmm. Tell us a little bit about the street where I was born.
It's actually very literal about my home village. I grew up in a little Swedish village with like 350 people living in it, and it's actually I was living in Stockholm when I was writing it. I still do, and I was actually mentally imagining a walk from my little house in one end of the village to the other side of the village, and I'm singing about all the places where I used to hang out, like the lake and the football field and community hall and yeah, the old school.
And isn't it different going to Stockholm, a little bit more built up than a village?
Yeah, actually, we moved to a suburb south of Stockholm that's quite resemblant to a village, actually.
Oh, nice, nice. I understand that feeling. When I don't know, Nancy and I never really do as well in a city. There's something fun about it. There's an interesting energy, but I need to be out by nature. Somehow my whole body is wired. I need trees and birds and
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I
quiet.
agree. So this is like where we live now. We have 10 minutes walk to like the most beautiful lake in all of Stockholm, and it's a 20 minutes drive to the center of Stockholm. So it's like the best
Oh,
of two
nice.
worlds.
Is this the lake that you jumped in that still had ice?
Yeah, it's the lake.
Okay, so is this a normal Swedish thing that you jump in and do that, or is that you that just likes really, really, really ice cold water?
No, it's not that common. People think I'm quite crazy. Actually, it started with me and my mom and an uncle who started challenging each other, and me and my mom continued to swim in the autumn, in the winter, and in the spring. So it has become from a competition to a hobby.
Wow. Okay. Now, do you feel good? Does it do something for you, like physically? Do you feel really refreshed?
Yeah, it's like really an adrenaline kick, and you feel so relaxed afterwards. So yeah, it's like a drug.
Okay, and now your baby is taking swimming lessons. Did I get that right on Facebook?
Yeah, that's right. It's baby swimming.
Just not in the ice water, right? Not in the
No,
ice
it's
water.
32 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's like uh, quite warm.
Yeah, yeah. So how old is your baby now? 'Cause what, 6, 7 months? 6 months? Because
Uh,
wasn't your baby born? Was it Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, so she's
Yeah,
5.5.
yeah. Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. So, um, that's young to start swimming. I know my mom did that when I was 6 months old, and people, a lot of people are nervous to do that, but from the reports that we've seen, that it's really good for children and babies to get out in the water at a young age.
Yeah, because they are used to the water from being in the
Yeah,
uterus.
the womb.
So
Yeah.
and after a while they lose that, ability. So if you start swimming with them quite early, they still have that adaptation.
So you enjoying being a daddy? I see you do concerts with your child
Yeah,
on Facebook.
yeah, it's great. Now I'm on parental leave together with my wife until
wow.
the end of September.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
yeah. So being a father and living in Sweden is quite great.
That we don't have that over here, and
Yeah, I
I
know.
think if you get parental or maternity leave, yeah, you kind of, wow, that's amazing. So both parents
Yeah.
get to have parental leave and really for a decent amount of time. So your child has those, the formative years, that
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
important timing.
Yeah, the thing is, you can if you're both on parental leave, you cannot, you don't get that much money, so you have to save up a bit, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's amazing. So now your baby, is she enjoying the music? That's the important thing.
Yeah, she does.
You have a rock star in your hands.
Yeah, she's gonna be my drummer.
There we go. That's it. Hey, get the beat early. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So let's go back to the music a little bit. Tell us about, are you using one guitar, because you've got a lot of finger picking in this EP.
Yes, it's because last year, I really want to become good at finger picking because there are so many good guitarists playing electric guitar and everything. But I thought, finger picking is gonna be my signature. So I used the finger picking for all the 5 songs, and then I put on some counterpoints with plectrum or with a pick. And also some orchestral instruments that are I don't play them myself. It's a software instrument.
Right, right. But it's nice because you've got kind of that cello sound in the background. That just has that. Yeah, it gives that balance and it gives that fluidity to it. You've got to have that little bit of balance. So by doing the acoustic side, do you see yourself? Yeah, because last year you went to England. Do you see yourself doing some performances and some gigs, just you and the guitar?
Yeah, actually, all the gigs I have done has been with me and the acoustic guitar. I think that also was a reason to make an acoustic EP because, like Your Dreams, I rearranged to fit the acoustic guitar, and then I wanted to include the acoustic version also on the EP. So, I haven't done any shows with a band setting yet.
Oh, wait. And so do you see yourself going overseas this year, or are you going to stay close to home?
This year I'm going to stay at home and do some gigs online on Facebook. I had one when I released the EP at first in my store the 1st of June, I think it was. And today is the second release when I release it on Spotify and all the major services.
So this is because now everything you're doing this on your website, which is interesting because it's changed again, and it wasn't that long ago that you were on the show with us, but it's changed all over.
Yeah.
It's like you have to watch what's going on in the internet world, and we're all saying it's like the Wild West. Who knows what's going on? But I think that it is incredibly important right now that anybody in business, no matter what, if it's music, books, chocolate cake, I don't care what it is. I think it's really important that anybody who takes their profession seriously make sure that people know where your website is, because that's the only thing you can truly control. I mean, as far as you can. I mean, hosting companies get weird at times, and the internet can get weird in general, but that is the only real guarantee you have, because all these different outlets, one minute they merge, another company buys them out, or they need funding, they go away, they don't do what they used to do. You know what I mean? So don't you think you have more security with your own website?
Yeah, I totally agree. and I think it's really good not to learn a platform. It's better to learn principles about how to connect with people, how to engage with fans or with radio people or anything, whether it's on Facebook or on Twitter or on, I don't know what kind of social media will come in the future. If you only learn tactics on a specific platform, if that platform goes down, you're also going down. So yeah, I totally agree.
Exactly. You have to be independent, and some people are leaving different platforms, but I'm going, get everybody over.
Yeah.
Bring them. You know what I mean? Use everything you can to get them to know your website and do a newsletter. And I know that you use. I mean, you're everywhere on social media, and I think you're utilizing every tool you can. And you know, I think it's neat that you're using Facebook for the live feed and doing that too. So you're seeing a lot of people respond to that because they can go in afterwards, right, and watch it.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thing is, with my website, it's a really good place to have information and music. But actually, selling my music there was not that efficient, if I should be honest. I think I had like 14 or 15 people buying the EP, even though I promoted it quite a lot. So the Spotify release is going to be a lot more successful.
So yeah, and Spotify though, like we talked about that before, they turned the corner into being more positive, and before they weren't. You know, it wasn't a good outlet for everybody. So it's kind of it's all changed. What do you think about Amazon? What about Amazon?
I have no idea. I don't think anyone uses Amazon in Sweden.
Oh wow!
For music at least, I had some people buying my music on Amazon, but actually I don't know how it works.
Yeah, they're different. I know a lot of people who sell through there, and it's changed, and not necessarily in the positive way. And so they're going to doing more on their website. You know, they changed algorithms, and so I don't know. Everybody, it's all different, but yeah, make sure everybody knows where you are. So I think it's such an interesting time, and you also turned around and opened a company to help musicians, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I wanted to start helping people with websites and press kits, and especially get people started instead of like, hey, pay me $100 a month to manage your social media. I can get them started, and then they can manage their websites on their own, because independent artists can't afford a manager.
Exactly. It's yeah, and you have to have the right people, and it can take a lot of time and a lot of money to find the right person.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
But it's good to
representing you.
Yeah, it's good to have people representing you or helping you, but I think you should be in control and like paying for the services that you actually need, and not for someone just managing your social media. And you also miss out on opportunities. Like, we have been connecting not only on the shows, we've been connecting personally on Facebook as well. So you miss out on a lot of opportunities if you let a company run your social media.
It's true. There's decisions to be made, like, do you follow someone or not? And sometimes, you know, you may have a relationship with someone, but the social media person doesn't know, and that can actually create a void between the two. You know, if you don't know, if it could be like, well, why aren't you? You know, we're doing all this. How come you're not doing that? And then you get all in.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to. You have to still, even if you have someone working, because I know a lot of companies, but as an artist, even if you have someone helping you, you should still go in there and check it out, you know, be part of it as well. Tell me about the song Lust for Life. That's one of my favorite ones on the EP.
That's actually a power metal band who did it. Gamma Ray is the name of it. I don't know how big power metal is in the US. But in my early teens, I was listening to a lot of metal, and especially power metal. It's really fast and melodic metal. And this song is still one of my favorite songs of all time. It's so good and so energetic. And I always wanted to do my own version of it. But it's quite complicated. It's really fast. It's like
Uh-huh.
190 beats per minute. So the finger picking was really, really hard. So it took me a while to actually be able to play it. But
Oh.
finally, I was able to play it, and I wanted to record it.
See, and you did, and it's cool. I like it. And so now, Sweetest Thing, tell us about that too. Is it for your
That's
wife?
actually it's an electropop song from two girls from here from Stockholm
Oh, wow.
who did it last year, and it was one of my favorite songs from last year. Like I wanted to do, a lot of people are doing covers of Ed Sheeran or I don't know, Lorde. I don't know even know what the mainstream artists are today. But I
Mhm.
wanted to do some really special covers. So it's The Last to Life, that is a power metal song. It's The Sweetest Thing. It's a Swedish electronica duo who did the original, and the original is also really, really good. And then it's Growing Old Disgracefully, that is a punk song that a friend of mine from the UK, who's also really active on social media, did. So it's three really, really fun covers.
I love them. And Growing Old Disgracefully, I just love the title because, yeah, I have a list of that. And I think, it's also Growing Old Disgracefully. There's a lot of beer in all the lyrics. Beer is a theme in here. Can I just say that? There's beer in this
Yeah, yeah,
music.
yeah. You might be
There's
right.
beer. But yeah, Growing Old Disgracefully. Do you know there is a group of senior women in England, and you could be a member of the Growing Old Disgracefully club in England.
That's amazing. You have to send me the link so I can forward it to my friend.
And so
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I mean,
Yeah, but I like that song is so good. I'm gonna send you all the originals,
oh,
so you can
awesome.
hear them. But that song is so good. Me and him actually played it. I did my arrangement of it as a surprise for him when I was going to visit him in the UK last summer, and then I thought, oh,
Uh-huh.
this is so good that I have to record it.
Oh, nice, nice. I love this. I love that you're covering bands as well that are independent. I think that's so important. Independence, sticking together to rise things up. So it's not, we always talk about how Hotel California gets played everywhere over and
Yeah.
over and over again. But
It's a
to
good
have
song, but
independent
it's so
moving up,
boring that everyone.
I know. Well, Hotel California, I agree. It's ruined. And
Yeah,
I think that we need to have, I was, Nikki Chris, right? She's going around showing, looking at what happens with independent artists trying to get real airtime, on regular radio,
yeah,
and it's horrific. It's for independent artists to get out there. Some charge you, I mean, tens of
yeah,
thousands of dollars to play your song,
yeah.
and it's
It's
like
awful.
it's I don't understand it. I just don't
No,
understand it, but that's what happens.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. So now, because you've got the street where I was born, we put you on our 1 hour walk group, Facebook
yeah.
group, because we want people to walk and be healthy and happy that way. And I know you take a lot of walks. Tell me like one place that, just describe a walk like right now. Is it the lake that you go to? Is that your main walk in Sweden?
Yeah, I should
Do
say
you?
so. Like we have a lot of we have a big forest here where we live. So I walk, like we have different trails and also regular roads to walk
Okay.
among. Uh, but yeah, I really love, like in the winter, I was always walking with my dog in the forest and across the lake. So
Awesome. Across it. You
yeah,
cross the lake.
yeah. When not
Wow.
now, it's a bit difficult, but when it was ice on it.
Yeah. There's no ice, and so we're expecting pictures. That's all I'm doing. I'm just nagging about that.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I have
now,
a lot of them.
oh, good. We're looking forward to that. But I do have another fun question for you. Okay, so you've got a new EP out, and it's acoustic, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to know is if you could pick one person, one musician that you really, really like, and you've always wanted to play with, that you've never performed with, and they could be alive, they could be passed on, you know, you could pick one musician, one of the songs from the EP. So who is it going to be, what song, and you're going to perform it anywhere in the world that you want to go and perform. Where would that be?
Oh, that's a really good question.
It's a cool question.
Yeah, it's a really, really good question. I have to choose between Leonard Cohen and Joe Strummer from The Clash, but since Leonard Cohen is more like my own music, I should choose Joe Strummer.
You can bring them both. You can have a band. It's okay. Bring them both. That would be interesting. That would be cool, huh? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, and we will play Your Dreams because I think our three voices are quite different. Especially Joe Strummer has a really characteristic voice, or had a really characteristic voice, and we should play Your Dreams. That would be awesome.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? And Leonard Cohen can like open it, you know? Just yeah. Oh, I like that idea a lot. Now where are you going to play?
Oh, that's a good question. It should be like
at the
Woodstock,
Casbah.
maybe. Yeah.
Woodstock. Yeah, go back in time and would you go back in time, like in that, you know, the original Woodstock, or would you go to like some, you know, I know they did it more often, but would you do the actual festival from the original one?
Maybe not, but with a nice
on a
scenery,
nice day without
like,
mud.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
Woodstock, New York. There's Woodstock, New York, and Levon Helm's studio. You could go there.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that would be epic. Yeah, that would be epic. I love this.
Yeah, it's a really good question. You should ask everyone that one.
I do ask. We have a little bucket of those. You know, we have some interesting questions we like to throw out like that. But I felt like this one is definitely good for an acoustic, you know, EP. So, are you working on more? What's happening now?
I'm working. I actually just recorded all the acoustic guitar for an EP that actually is dedicated to my daughter. 3 of the songs are in Swedish and 1 in English. Then I'm also recording some more psychedelic, jazzy stuff. So I have a lot in the pipeline as well.
Oh wow! So the one for your daughter, is that going to be more of like a children's album, or just that this is, you know, this is what I want to do?
No, it's more going to be like a folk acoustic album as well, as quite similar to this one, Acoustic Dreams. But I actually wrote some children's songs as well that I'm going to record. I actually wrote a song about an airplane that I translated to both Swedish and Spanish, so that might be a moneymaker.
Oh, man, this is going to be cool. You got to keep us posted. I know you will. You're really good at that. You let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, you have to. You know, you have to do that. So, well, that's exciting. But, yeah, we can't wait for more. And we're very excited. We'll be playing all your songs on Big Blend Radio as always. And everybody keep up with Jon. Again, go to his website, jonmagnusson.se, and that's Jon, Jon, and Magnusson is Magnusson, jonmagnusson.se. And that's where you can go get it and then wait for Spotify. What date is Spotify?
It's today, the 15th.
Oh, today. Okay, so it's out everywhere. So go check it out. But also, for people to connect with you, independent artists, to work with them on getting them started on their marketing and all of that good stuff, how do they connect with you?
They can either connect with me on my artist page, but I also have the company website that is jonmagnussonpr.com. And I'm going to put up both some free materials and blog about tips for independent artists. I'm actually, with all the other stuff I have going on, I'm building it quite slow, but I will share a lot of free stuff there as well.
Okay, excellent. So that's jonmagnussonpr.com. And all of these years I should be saying Jon, not John?
In Swedish it's actually Jon.
Jon. Ooh,
yeah.
I like that. Jon. Jon
Yeah.
Magnusson. Am I saying Magnusson right now? So yeah, this is like a little late on the on the
Yeah,
language
language
lesson.
course.
Yes,
It's Jon Magnusson.
Jon Magnusson. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but everyone, for remembering how to type his email on his website, go to jonmagnusson.se. But this is exciting. Okay, before you go, one to-do thing and one not-to-do thing for someone getting into music. Just one tip, just so people get an idea with your tips and blogs. So one thing that a musician should do and one thing that they should not do.
Support each other, especially in the beginning. It's really important to connect with other artists, and because you learn so much, you get inspired by others' music, and you get artists are also fans. They are maybe the best fans, even though they don't have any money to buy stuff from you. They are still really good listeners and engaged. And one thing not to do is not to push things on people. I think that's what I did in the beginning, and that's what a lot of people are doing in the beginning. Like, listen to me, see me, listen to my music, but without giving anything back. So when you realize that the more you give, the more you will get in return, that was a really huge turning point for myself.
No, I think, yeah, there's a balance, and you have to kind of go through those lessons, as an artist and anybody starting out in any career. You find your balance, and then it becomes a good flow, and it just moves forward, So I think that's good advice, Jon. And Jon, I'll get there. I will get there.
Yeah.
But everybody, again, jonmagnusson.se, and also on Spotify, so go get it there. And also be sure you connect with Jon on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So he's all over those places. And we want to give a shout-out to our sponsor, the National Parks Arts Foundation. What they do is they create they have an amazing program. Artists, musicians, poets, writers, filmmakers, photographers, you name it. They create these artist in residencies where you get to spend a month in a national park unit. Anywhere in this country, they're actually going global as well. And what's happening is you get to stay in the park and create art. It's amazing. Could you imagine that, Jon? You could do it as a musician. You could go to Hawaii. They have one just for musicians fantastic. To go and create.
You should connect them with me so I can do it next year.
Okay. You go to the website because they have new ones all the time. So you have to submit, because they are nonprofit, and they get the grants, and then they send everybody an email. And if you want to do it, you better apply like now, because it's just the way the whole grant system works, the financials. And so everyone, it's nationalparksartsfoundation.org. If you go there, sign up for their newsletter and watch their social media, and people come from around the world to do it. So it'd be so cool. I don't know if they've had anyone from Sweden yet. So
maybe
I'm
I
just
could be
saying.
the first. Yeah.
Hey, that would be awesome.
Sounds amazing.
Then you'd be on our radio show again, see, because we interview all their artists. So that's how that works. Yeah. Everybody, don't forget, Big Blend Radio airs Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Fridays and Sundays at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, as always, for listening. And we always love having new music on our shows and interviewing musicians like Jon. I'm going to call you Jon because I'm going to mess it up when you're not here to correct me. And then, I want to send people to the correct website. But we're going to play the acoustic version of Your Dreams, and it's such an awesome version. And again, go get Acoustic. You've got to go get the new EP out right now, Acoustic Dreams. Thank you so much for joining us, Jon. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I had a great time as always. Take care, Lisa.
Thank you. You too.
Be defeated, no matter how well you treat it, even though they try to strike you down your dignity and honesty, something that they will never find. And at night when you're sleeping, you can feel them creeping, trying step by step to break you down. So hold on to your dreams and keep them, hiding them inside. 'Cause in your dreams you can go so far away. In your thoughts you can go so far away. Your hunger can take you so far away, away. They will wake after twilight with a gun under the limelight and will force you on your knees and to the ground. But your dignity and honesty is something that they will never find. And even though they decided to repress you to be blinded, and they took away your one last smile, you hold on to your dreams and you keep them, hiding them inside. 'Cause in your dreams you can go so far away. In your thoughts you can go so far away. Your hunger can take you so far away, away. Everything is naked, you have been inside your haven. You have seen through all their stories. But your freedom and your happiness were something you deserted. It can never be inverted. But in your dreams you can go so far away. In your thoughts you can go so far away. Your hunger can take you so far away.